Hey, hello, hello, hello. So I'm gonna wait for a couple people to get in here, but today it's our live. I go live every Wednesday here on my YouTube channel. This is Ileka. I'm Keto Mom Makeover, and today I want to tell you guys about this Get Snatched challenge. Right. So I go live in here every Wednesday between 1:30 and 2 p.m. is usually when I start. I'm trying to get closer to the 1 o'clock or the 1:30 time frame, but it hasn't happened yet, right? So, what I'm talking about today is how to take advantage of your weight loss, right? How to take control of your health and fitness, right? And so, I want to talk about this Get Snatch challenge that we're doing, right? It's a 21-day Get Snatch challenge. It's coming with meal plans, workout plans. We're going to have a Facebook group which is going to be a community where we're going hard. We're talking about what to do. We're asking questions, Q&As, and we're also going to have weekly Q&As, right? Where we go live and we ask questions and we address what's going on, right? Because what I want to do is I want to see you get results on your journey, right? Right now, folks are going into the holidays, right? So as we go into the holidays, we're addressing what's happening in our health, right? Many times in the holidays, during the holidays in general, we tend to eat off plan. We tend to, have a few more snacks and do all those things, right? And so, what I want you to do is, I want to show you how to let's prep so that we don't go crazy over the holidays and then have to restart all over January 1st, right? Because that's what we do all the time, right? We always say, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. So then we get so excited, right? And then we lose our minds on how during Christmas, right? Or during Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's the worst one, right? We lose our minds on Thanksgiving. Then we think we're going to get it back between Thanksgiving and Christmas. We lose our minds again on Christmas. And then New Year's comes and now we have all these resolutions, right? Forget that. We're not doing that this year. This year, we're going to do this Get Snatched challenge, 21-day challenge, right? Where I'm teaching you how keto works, right? How to truly take advantage of what you can do on keto and see results on your journey, right? But also how to make it a lifestyle. And the reason I want to teach it to you before we get into the holidays is because I want you to use what you learn during this challenge and take that into the holidays. So now we've changed our mindset and relationship when it comes to food. So now we go into the holidays and we're ready, we're ready to take it on, and we're not filling our plates with 7 billion different things with that's 10 million calories, right? We want to make sure that we are going into the holidays equipped, right? Equipped with the tools and the skills to stay healthy. So I want you guys to ask me any questions you have, especially around the challenge or anything like that. But this is something we're going to be starting October 1st. It's a 21-day challenge. So you're going to go from, I'm sorry, October 11th. It's a 21-day challenge. So we're going to go from October 11th all the way through to October 31st. So now you get into Halloween and you're like, you know what? I don't need that candy. Or maybe, I'll have just one, as opposed to let me eat my kid's entire bag of candy, right? We're not doing that anymore. We're taking control of our health. We're making our health a priority in our lives, and we're controlling our health. We're controlling our food and the relationship with food. We're not letting it control us. And that's what I'm showing you guys how to do in this challenge. So I want you to join this 21-day challenge. It's called the 21-day Get Snatched challenge, right? I'm showing you how to shrink your waistline, how to tone your arms, all those things. You can see, the picture that's the thumbnail for this video is me, right? This is me, and I'm showing you how I, shrunk my waistline, created abs, right? And also tone my arms, because that's something that every woman, especially, we've struggled with, right? We all want to tone our arms. We all want to flatten our stomach. So, hey, I just found your stream, loving your results. Would you like to take your challenge? Would like to take your challenge with you. This is a big challenge for me, but I will give it my all. Thank you for your help. I'm so excited for you. Definitely go to the link in the description of this video. I'm going to try and write it on here too, because I want to make sure you guys have the link as well to sign up for the challenge. It's going to be a group of ladies. It's going to be on Facebook, and we're going to be going hard, right? And when I say going hard, that means we're going to have workouts, and we're going to keep you accountable, right? So your workout is going to be for your level of fitness, but I want to ensure that you stay accountable to it, right? Because that's what's going to be important, right? Staying accountable and sticking with it. Because we've all had We've all done this, right? We've all had different things that we've done, right? Different weight loss things and that we've taken on. And hold on, let me write the challenge. Okay. And we haven't stuck to it, right? And the reason we don't stick to it is because of accountability. And so that's what you're getting this challenge. You're staying accountable. Hey, Antoinette. Hi, glad to catch this live. I tried keto in the past, but I think I truly didn't know enough info. Yes, I'm worried about trying to eat different and having to make separate food for my kids. So now, Antoinette, I think it's Antoinette. Yeah, it's got Antoinette. So my cousin's name's Antoinette. So I did that, right? So here's the thing. Do I have to go to a gym, or will you have home workouts? The workouts or for home or the gym. So you can do it either place. And I show you how to work out with almost no equipment. Like what you can do anything from water bottles to dumbbells to like actual equipment at the gym, right? That's what I try and provide, because the way I look at it is I want you to be able to do this in any location. So so Antoinette, you're asking about separate meals for the family. This is so my name on Instagram, right? And my business is called Keto Mommy Makeover, right? And that's my coaching business. That's what I help people under the umbrella of Keto Mommy Makeover. The reason my name is Keto Mommy Makeover is because I'm a mom of four, right? I'm a married mom of four. I lost 120 pounds with keto, exercise, and mindset changes to allow me to make this a lifestyle. So when a lot of my clients come to me and they're like, oh, I've tried keto before, but it just didn't work. I couldn't make two separate meals. So I want to tell you guys, and I post this in a lot of my videos too, and I show you how I do it. But I do not make two separate meals, one for me and one for the family. I just cannot do it. It's not in me, right? I'm not a chef, okay? I cook pretty well, but I don't love to cook. I used to love cooking before I had four kids. But now it's like, oh my goodness, I got to cook again, right? But anyway, so what I do is I show you how to make meals and modify them. You make one meal and you modify it slightly, like a 30-second modification type thing. And so now it's enough for the family and for you. And this is the type of stuff we're going to be doing in the challenge, right? Sometimes we can get on lives and like make the meal together, because I want to make sure you understand how simple it is to make a meal that you and your family can enjoy. Because frankly, I will tell you this, as I lost 120 pounds. And one thing I do know is that if I had been making one meal for me and a separate one for my husband and kids, or one meal for me, one for my husband, one for the kids, or something like that, which I literally have friends who've done this, right? If that was my life, I wouldn't have lost 120 pounds, because I would have quit and I would have just eaten either the kids' meal or my husband's meal, right? I would not have made separate meals. And frankly, I wouldn't have made one for my husband and one for the kids either. Like there's one meal in my house, right? There's 6 people. We are eating one thing. Okay. And so that's what I show you how to do. So definitely join the challenge. I put the link here in the chat. So let me go through the chats and see. I see some other questions that came up. Do I have to go to the gym? Nope. You don't have to go to the gym. You can go to the gym. I do have workouts for gyms that are gym specific, but I also have workouts that are for home. Most of the home workouts you can do at home, right? And then I wanted to put in a few for folks who really want to be at the gym doing this, right? But the way I see it is, number one, it's Corona, right? So not a lot of people don't really want to be in the gym like that. But also number two, we are busy, right? People are busy in general. I know I can't think of a time where I wasn't busy, right? Mom, right? Wife, bunch of kids, right? At one point I had a full-time job. Now I have my own business, which is, that still, it takes a lot. And then I do YouTube and I do so many other things. So it's like, I'm busy, right? So because of that, I'm not going to have the time. Sometimes I can't get to the gym. Today, I didn't go to the gym. I worked out in my basement, right? Because I can't always get to the gym. So I've got to have things that we can do in other places. And so that's why I provide workouts that you can do at home or in the gym. And I also provide workouts that are modified, right? So, and I'll tell you how I started that. My first client was my mom, right? She wanted to lose 40 pounds. So, and she had some health issues. So I wanted to help her, right? So I put my mom on keto and I wanted her to work out. And my mother was like, I'm not about to be doing those jump squats and crap that you be doing like crazy, And I was like, Mom, I'm not going to have you do that. I was like, I'm going to do my workout and I'm going to record it. And I'm going to record a modified version. I'm going to record the regular version. So that's what I did. And I literally recorded it in my parents' basement, right? When I went to visit them. And then I was like, I bet there are other people who are going to want a modified version and a regular version. So that's how how I created all my workouts, where you can modify it, for your level, right? So it's a modified version, it's a, regular version, quote unquote, right? And then it's an advanced version. So anyone at any level can join this challenge and still get a really good workout. Like I still will go in and do these workouts and be like, oh my goodness, So that's how I look at it, right? You got to have something for everyone because that's the only way we continue to get healthy. And also, we want to make sure that it's known your journey is your own, right? So I want to make sure that you're feeling safe and comfortable in it, but also feeling like you're pushing yourself enough, right? But not feeling like it's too much. Because here's the thing, just like I talked about, if I were making 3 meals a day, meaning 3 meals and for dinner for my family, one for me, one for my husband, one for the kids, then I would have wiped out and I would have quit keto after 3 days, right? I would have quit my journey after 3 days. I've done that before, actually. Before keto, I was trying to do everybody has that general, like, you got the grilled chicken, right, with no salt. Oh, man, it's disgusting. You got your brown rice and you got your vegetables, right? That's what every trainer told you to eat, right? So that's what I was making. I'd make that for me, and then for the family, I would make something else. And the kid, my husband would have one thing, the kids would have, and so I was doing that, and I literally would do it for 3 days, and then I would quit, you know. And so I was like, I have to find a way that this can work for everyone. And so that's how I plan my programs, right? Because I know we're all so busy. So when I plan out the workouts, I plan it for someone who's very busy, right? Someone who can, maybe today she has 15 minutes and tomorrow she has 45 minutes. So I plan it like that. And then same thing with the eating, with the meals, right? When we're looking at meals, we're doing things that can work for the whole family. And so I have whole videos in here about how to make a meal for you and your family when your family's not keto, right? Or when your family's not on the journey that you're on. Because again, just like with the workouts, like I was saying, if I give you workouts that are at the advanced level, right? I'm giving you workouts that like somebody who is in the gym 24/7 can do and kill, right? Maybe, or it's going to challenge them. And you're coming in as a brand new person exercising, you're going to try and do that workout once and be like, I'm never coming back. I'm never turning that on again. So I want to give you something that everyone can do. So that's why I give modified versions of everything. So you'll see the modified version right next to the normalized version and then the advanced version, right? So let me see. I saw another question. What is the daily time commitment? Length of workouts, length of meetings? I'm good. Okay. So yeah, so the daily, it's not a real major daily time commitment, right? So the workouts, I always ask at least 20 minutes, right? But it's not every day, right? So we go 4 days a week, 20 minutes. Then, and you do it on your own schedule. Then the meals, I jokingly call myself the Rachel Ray of keto because I do not do anything. I don't make anything that takes longer than 30 minutes. So all the meals will be like pretty quick, pretty simple to make, right? And then in terms of our calls, we do calls, we do our sessions on Facebook and the group during the challenge. We'll do those once a week, right? And so we'll come in there and at most it'll be an hour. But then I tend to go live on occasion. Like if I've got a tip, or let's say I'm in Costco and I found a new find, I'm going to show you guys because I want to make sure that you see what I'm seeing, right? I'm with you on this journey. Because the one thing I can't stand in the challenge, right? Because I've done, prior to losing weight and stuff, I've done like different challenges throughout, right? And I don't like a challenge where the person who's running the challenge, hosting the challenge, isn't a part of it, right? I want that person to be there. I want to know that they're going to answer my questions and have my back and support me. And so when I run a challenge, I'm there with you. So I'm showing you, hey, I found this new thing at Costco. You may want to go get it. It was only $6.99. So it's just things like that we're showing throughout the day, right? And so you can watch those or you can miss those, but you definitely want to make sure that you're coming to the weekly Q&As and getting your workout in and eating, right? That's the main thing, right? But the weekly Q&As, we also dig a lot into like the mindset, because here's the thing. The difference between someone who loses the weight and someone who loses the weight and keeps it off is the mindset. And so we work on that in our training, right? In our challenge. We talk about mindset because it's really important. We've all seen those people who, lost so X amount of weight, and they were so proud and everybody's so happy for them. And then you see them a year later and they've gained that plus some. Well, and I always, my heart always breaks for those people because I've never lost 120. I never lost like an excessive amount of weight and gained it back, but I'd lost at one point. I for my wedding and stuff, I'd lost like 60 pounds. I was so proud of it. Couldn't tell me anything. And then and then I felt like the moment I said I do, it was like I picked all the weight back up. And I just I felt like a failure. And so I don't want that for anyone. And so that's why I incorporate mindset in my challenges as well, because I want to make sure that your mindset is changing, because our mindset has everything to do with whether we sustain it, right? Sustain the weight loss, because we got to change that relationship with food, right? So let me see. I'm glad I found a mom on a health journey. Yes, I've tried health coaches in the past, but the person had no kids, so really felt like she couldn't get into my shoes and lifestyle. Antoinette, I have been there too. Like I just kind of felt like she didn't know what I was doing. She's like, do this, do this, do this, and I'm like, I don't have time to do that. Like I got to take this kid to soccer practice, this kid to band, this kid to chorus, whatever. I've got back to school night, like all these things. There's no way I'm gonna have time to do all that. So yeah, I get that 100%. This sounds very doable. I'm hoping my healthy changes can help my daughters. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Antoinette, you're about to have me crying. Um, so I can be emotional. I'm gonna just let y'all know. Anybody who's watched my videos before knows that when something hits me, it's all over, right? And I can feel it. So the reason I started my journey, right? The kind of the straw that broke the camel's back for me, I guess is the way of saying it, right? Was my child, my daughter, right? So I have 4 kids. I have 3 boys, and then I've got a baby girl. She's not a baby anymore, and she doesn't like when I call her a baby, of course, right? But I've got 3 boys and a girl, and so I was put on my first diet when I was 8 years old. 8, right? And I was put on the diet because, I mean, they just didn't know any better at the time, right? And the reason that I say they didn't know any better is I was 8 years old, but I was 5'1" and I was 135 pounds, right? So because I was 135 pounds, that's all they looked at. They didn't pay attention to the fact that I actually didn't look overweight. I wasn't a chubby kid. I was just like a solid kid, right? They also didn't pay attention to the fact that I was 5'1". And a 5'1" person at 135 pounds isn't that big. But they couldn't get it past, like they couldn't get into their head that she's 8 years old and she's 135 pounds. So anyway, so they put me on my first diet. What it did was it impacted my relationship with food from that point on. Like you can even see, like if you looked at before and afters from when I was put on, like before I was put on the diet and after I was put on the diet, it almost looks like a reverse before and after picture. I got bigger from being on the diet, and then it ballooned, it grew from there. So I say all that to say, here's what really, really pushed me into starting my journey. Um, Back when my daughter was, I think she was a year and a half or 2 years old, she was at her doctor's appointment. I think it might have been her 2-year-old doctor's appointment, right? And so I get there, and the doctor says she's trailing high on her weight. Like she's in the 89 90 something percentile for weight. So we really need to change the way she's eating and put her on, kind of put her on a, like, make sure you give her less of this and do this. And she said all those things, and I literally had like um it was like deja vu of the doctor telling my mom the same thing, right? And I was like, I just let the doctor talk, and I was like, well, we don't put kids on diets, not kids who don't have an excessive issue, right? So I said I'm going to change what I do, and that'll help her change what she does. That'll help her grow up knowing that she can be healthy and that mommy is healthy too, right? And have a better image of herself and all those things, right? So that sparked everything for me. It was like I went home and I had to change. I knew I had to change. I couldn't do this anymore. I couldn't be 330 plus or 350. I don't even know how much I weighed, honestly, because I stopped weighing myself. But I couldn't be that person anymore, because now I have this baby girl who is essentially like, she was like me. She looked exactly like me. Everything was exactly like me. She's built like me, all that stuff. Right. I think I kind of let myself get away with the fact that my boys are all they all look like my husband. like in my husband, if you've ever seen any pictures or videos, I wish I could share my screen. If y'all ever seen any pictures or videos of my husband, he's like 180 pounds, 6'1", right? So great shape, abs, the whole thing, right? Then there's me, right? And I was 300 something pounds. So I was sitting there like, oh my goodness, my daughter, she's going to model after me. And what if she ends up like this? And for me, in those moments, I just was not feeling good about myself. I was feeling like, I can't believe I've let myself go like this. All those things that we say to ourselves. And I was like, you're not a good mother. You're not, you're not a good wife. You're not a good friend. You're not a good person. Like, I was telling myself these things in those moments, because the doctor had just told me that so when the doctor said this, what I heard is, you failed. You know, you failed as a parent. That's literally what I heard. And so now I am getting on it even more. You're not a good mom. You're not a good wife. You're setting a bad example for health for your family. Like, I was going all in. So that's when I knew that I really had to change, and had to change more than just physically, but the mindset, right? The relationship with food. So I will tell you this: my daughter is not. I mean, she's regular, regular, but she's not. She's not. No one's ever gonna. At least right now, she doesn't look like anybody's ever gonna call her fat. Like I was always called fat, like my whole life. She's not gonna have that, because she has a relationship with food where she stops eating when she's not hungry, when she's no longer hungry. I don't want it. She gives it to her brothers, or saves it for later. I've never in my life as a kid saved anything for later. But she now has a relationship with food where it's like, oh, I eat food because I'm hungry. If I'm not hungry, I don't eat it. And that's all that I ever wanted. you know Now I'm tearing up my daughter's third grade, and she used to be active in gymnastics, soccer, but then I went through separation, our lifestyle change. Yep. And we both just put on weight. I want to help us too. Yes, I'm telling you. And it's so real. It can truly happen. That's the thing, right? When we change, we don't want to just change. Like, that's the thing that I'm showing in this challenge, right? And you guys can sign up for the challenge. It's ketomommakeover.com/fit-challenge. I put the link in here somewhere. And then I also put in the description of this video. But that's the thing, right? When we change, we're not just changing for now, right? It's a lifestyle. We are in this challenge. I'm showing you how to not only lose the weight, not only, eat in a different way, right? Exercise, and how to exercise, when to exercise, all those things, but also how to change that mindset, right? How to change that relationship with food, so that in the long run, it's something completely different. That we're not always thinking food, because and sometimes, and again, this is a lifelong journey. This isn't something that you lose the weight and I'm all set, done, finished, lost the weight, right? It's something where we may go through these different ebbs and flows throughout our lives. Something happens, like you lose someone that you love, right? You may have a tough time then. And so now it goes back to some of the old habits. I've caught myself doing that even as a coach. I've helped people lose hundreds of pounds. I have clients who have literally lost 150 pounds, right? But I found myself, when losing someone close to me, going right back to those old habits. And so what do I have to do? I had to come back and say, no, nope, I remember, I know who I am. And guess what? This food is not come back. It's not going to make me feel better. It's not going to bring any of that back. One of the main things, right? On the challenge site, it says 2 personal accountability calls. Yes. Yeah. So we'll have there. It'll be One will be as a group and one will be one-on-one. Yeah, because I want to make sure that you're seeing results, right? So I want to personalize some things for you, especially as the challenge ends. I want to make sure that you have a plan forward because that's major, right? That's why I'm always like, because in 21 days, yeah, you'll see results. You'll lose weight. You'll even have some changes in the mindset, right? But 21 days isn't going to change the rest of your life. That's why we have to have a plan forward to make sure that we keep going. So I want to create you a plan forward so that you can move through and have what you need to continue forward, right, on the journey. Um, so, hey, Nikki, yeah, go to the website. I put the link in the description of this video for the challenge. And so I think it's $37. Um, don't quote me, but I put the link in the description of the video because this challenge, the same challenge that I'm doing right now, I used to actually charge $65 for it. And then I stopped doing them. I haven't done a challenge in a year, right? Because I was doing so many other things, right, with my business, and I was like, well, I just didn't have time, and I wanted to make sure that when I do a challenge, I want to give it my all, and I want to give the folks in the challenge my all. So I've literally, I didn't do it for a full year, man, almost. I think it might have been more than a year. So I haven't done a challenge in a little over a year. So I was like, okay, I'm going to set up and like make the time because I want to be able to help as many people as possible. And when I do like the one-on-one program, when I do my one-on-one coaching and stuff, that's, I can only take so many people. But with a challenge, I can help so many more people. So I'm like, in this challenge, I want to help as many people as possible. So that's why I'm like, let me do this, right? Let me make time to set up to do a challenge, right? Because in a challenge, I might be able to help, 50 people. I only will take a certain number though, right? I don't allow, like, this challenge will sell out. Like whenever I do a challenge, they sell out. But because I don't want to, the way I look at it is I want to make sure I can help as many people as possible. And if I have 1,000 people in the challenge, there's no way I can give you any personalized attention. And I want to make sure you're getting that. So definitely. So Deborah Jackson, I am almost 60. Oh, look at you. My metabolism is at a snail's pace. I've been overweight most of my adult life. Do you think your program would help me? Oh my goodness. I wish I could. You know what? When you join the challenge, I'm going to show you a picture, and I might even see if I can get her in on one of our challenge Q&A calls, right? Of a woman that I work with named Pam. Pam is 58 years old, and Pam lost 40 pounds with me. So, so 6, and I told you, you may not have been on early on. Pam lost 40 pounds with me. It changed her life. She was like, I'm wearing clothes. I have to go buy new clothes because she gained some of the weight during COVID. And she had gained a little bit, maybe like 10 during COVID. And then she had lost like 5, right? So she was like, I need to get down past and below the 10 that I lost. She's like, there's so much that I need to do. And her story was she'd been her whole life. She was 252 pounds when she started, like all these things. And then in 3 months, we got her down to, I think she was 218 when she completed the program. And I was so proud of her because that's the thing, right? It's all about getting healthy. But then also my mom. So if you go to my Instagram, Keto Mommy Makeover, you'll see my mom. And if you're not ready to, let's say you're not, ready to sign up for the challenge right now, but you want to make sure you're still getting the information, go to my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group called Keto Mommy Makeover. I'll put the link here too. .com/groups/Keto Mommy Makeover. Because I want to make sure that you're still able to stay connected to me. And I'm on here every Wednesday between 1:30 and 2. 1:30 and 2 is when I start, and then I do about 30 minutes. But yeah, my mom, I helped my mom. She was one of my first clients, right? Clients, because obviously my mom didn't pay me anything, but she was one of my first clients. And I helped my mom lose 40 pounds. This was back in 2017. And so she lost 40 pounds. And that's really what sparked things for me, right? I'd started doing YouTube already and thought about coaching. But then when my mom asked me, I was like, well, and she was like, well, I need some workouts and I need to know how to eat. So I created some meal plans for her, right? Some things that she should eat, telling her what to eat and what not to eat. And then on top of that, I gave her workout plans, right? And that's why I created modified plans. I talked about this a little earlier, but I created modified versions of the workouts. So the workouts are videos, right? It's me doing the workouts. So you actually see me doing the workouts and be able to work out with me. And so in the workouts, I've got their side by sides. It's like the modified version and the more advanced version. So you can kind of see how to modify each of the workouts so that you're actually able to do them, right? Because the way I see it is I want to make sure it's something that you can do. And then, so there are women in my program who, cannot are not even able to do the modified yet. So we start off with different things along the way because the point is I want you to do what you can because you will get better. That's the thing, right? When you see me doing, if you ever follow me on Instagram or in my Facebook group and you see me doing like jump squats or anything like that, or even here on YouTube, you see me doing jump squats or, push-ups on my feet or all those things, keep in mind, that's me now. If you look at me 5 years ago, over 350 pounds or somewhere in that realm, right? I wasn't doing push-ups or jump squats. I was literally, my push-ups were on the wall. So I'd hold onto the wall and that's how I did my push-ups, right? That's the only, because I couldn't even do push-ups on the floor on my knees. Because if I got on the floor on my knees, I couldn't get up. So I couldn't get down there and do push-ups. The other thing is, no way I could do jump squats because I couldn't jump, right? So I would do jumping jacks, but not actually jumping. I would just leg to the side, leg to the side, Hi, Antoinette. All right. I'm looking forward to seeing the challenge, Antoinette. I'm excited that you're signing up, and I'll definitely give you a shout out as soon as you get in the challenge. Congratulations, because we are really going to be seeing results in this challenge. So if you haven't already, be sure to sign up for this challenge. It starts in October. It is called Get Snatched Weight Loss Challenge, right? And you get to it through ketomommakeover.com/fit challenge. And I'm going to put the link here, but it's also in the description of this video, right? And what we're doing is we are seeing results. So I'm providing you with meal plans. I'm providing you with workouts. I'm showing you how to do keto, right? But do it in the healthiest way possible. So we don't do a lot of processed foods and snacks and, that stuff, right? We're doing like whole foods because I want it to be something that's sustainable, something you can do long term. And if we're constantly grabbing whatever snack, then we're not able to do it long term, right? Yeah, my email is in the description of the video too. So we want to make sure this is something that we can do, right? And do forever and feel good. Make it a lifestyle, right? And one thing I always say to my clients is, one of the first questions I ask is, are you keto for now or are you keto forever? Because I'm not a judgmental person, right? I know that some people just do keto for weight loss. And when I started keto, it was 100% just for weight loss. It wasn't to have more brain clarity and to feel better and have more energy and all those things, right? First of all, I didn't know that that was a thing. Second of all, I didn't care that that was a thing. I just wanted my knees to stop hurting and to be able to walk around and keep up with my kids. I wanted to be able to chase after my son if I had to in the middle of Target, and be able to catch him, like those are the things that I wanted to do. And so that is why I started keto, but that's not why everybody starts, right? Or that's not why everybody, and then I stayed because of those other things, right? Feeling better, healthier, knowing that it's just better for me and my body. My body reacts better and feels better when I'm in ketosis, when I'm eating like this. But there are for now people, right? And for now people may go from keto to low carb, and that is okay. And so I teach you how to do that because to me it's important to transition, that it doesn't have to just be keto forever. It can be low carb. And I've always transitioned in and out. I'll do keto and I'll do intermittent fasting sometimes. Sometimes I'll do keto with intermittent fasting, but I'm always relatively low carb. Like that is, overall how I do it. And I'm always, staying as healthy as possible in terms of like doing more whole foods as opposed to processed. That's the one thing that I do try and do, that I do lean in the most on is staying closer to or less processed foods, just because we know that processed foods take longer to digest through our system, and it also does things like slow down our metabolism and force us to keep weight on and all those things. So I want to make sure that we're staying healthy, and that we're eating the things that are going to help our bodies and help to nourish our bodies, nutrient dense things, right? As opposed to things that are just going to be for food to have something going in our mouth. And so that's stuff that we work on because it's so important, right? We all have these little habits. I used to have a habit where whenever I was doing work, right, whether it be like schoolwork, back in college, or whether it be like, creating a program or doing whatever, right? When I was back in corporate America, I was always snacking. I'd be working and snacking, working and snacking. Oh, congratulations, Antoinette, all signed up now. Yes, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to meet you. You'll get a link right now for the Facebook group so that you can join the Facebook group. And then you're going to be getting all the materials and right before about the Thursday before the challenge. So I am so excited to get to know you and help you on your journey. And definitely, you got my email, so definitely send the email as well. Well, you'll have the email also when you get the email. All right. So I will see you there. But yeah, keep pushing, keep going, guys. I like to keep this to about 30 minutes. Right now we're at 36. So I went over because, I get passionate and I keep going. Right. But definitely join us again next week. I'm here every Wednesday between 1:30 and 2 is usually when I start. And then I like to end by 2:30, and it's 2:31 right now. So, so I will be back next week. But definitely, you can send me an email. You can also join the Facebook group, Keto Mommy Makeover. You can always find me in there going live and interacting with the folks in there. And then also don't forget to sign up for this challenge. You definitely don't want to miss this. This challenge will sell out. So you want to make sure you sign up sooner rather than later. Also, the price is $37 right now. October 1st, the price goes up. So you want to make sure you sign up sooner than later. I'll mention that again next week too, but definitely want to make sure you're signing up and getting in on this challenge. Thank you so much, Lil Smitty. I appreciate you too. I think I missed one of your comments too. I was trying to get to it and I started talking about something else. Oh, keto works, but I gained weight after stopping. Trying to incorporate keto with simple lifestyle changes. Yep. Trying to be consistent with my reality, daily life. So I hear this a lot, right? When people, they lose the weight and they gain it back. I'm going to do like 2 more minutes because I can't help myself. People lose the weight and then they gain it back. Here's the thing, right? When you lose weight on keto, the initial weight is going to be water weight. After that, it's going to be real weight, right? And so it comes down to your body begins to run like a fat burning machine. But the reason people gain weight when they go back to eating is because many times we'll go back to like eating what we were eating before keto, the things that made us gain weight to begin with. And so what I always say is that anything that you do, any lifestyle, any type of eating, style of eating, anything that you do, if you stop doing it, you're going to gain the weight back, right? Especially if you stop and go back all the way back. Because I stop keto all the time. You can stop doing keto and do low carb, intermittent fasting, or just like eating portion control, and you won't gain the weight then, right? But if we stop keto and we go back to eating, ice cream, cookies, brownies, pizza, and if you look back, I've got a video back in, I think I made it January 2019, right? It's called How I Lost 30 Pounds in 30 Days. You will see that what I did was I lost the weight. I was real proud. I lost all my 120 pounds and I was wearing a half shirt and my stomach was tight and I was so proud, right? And then I decided I'm skinny now. I can go back and eat whatever I want. So I started going back eating the brownies and the pizza and ice cream and all that stuff. And guess what? I gained about 40 or 50 pounds back. And so what I did was I showed you all how I lost that weight again, but also how I realized that this is not something that I just, you can just, go back, because if I go back, because I went back to eating the way I was pre my healthy lifestyle, I was going to gain weight. And that's whether you do Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, anything we do, right? Paleo, vegan. If we are vegan and we're eating all these amazing raw foods and whole foods and all that stuff, right? As a vegan or in paleo. And then all of a sudden we go back to a bunch of processed foods and, ice cream and cookies, the weight's going to come back on. And so that's why in this challenge, I work with you on changing your relationship with food. Because if we change our relationship with food and separate the whole concept of I've got to what is it? Oh, because I deserve this. I deserve some ice cream. I had a great day. I deserve ice cream. Like we do all that, then now we feel better. Now, once we change that relationship, now we can sustain the healthy weight loss. All right. So I wanted to make sure I said that. All right. So my knees are horrible. I know losing weight will help tremendously. Deborah, losing weight will definitely help your knees. I used to walk with a limp. I wish I had video. I was 34 years old, I think, 35, 34, 35. And I was literally walking with a limp. Both my feet, I had plantar fasciitis really badly in both feet. My knees were like awful, arthritis in both knees, right? And then bad back. So, and my knees, from playing basketball and also from being overweight, right? But all of that was happening. So I literally was walking bent over and like with a limp. And so so once I lost the weight and I strengthened my body through exercise and strength training and things like that, I no longer have knee pain. And my plantar fasciitis is gone. I had to wear shoes everywhere I went, right? Like even in my house, I had to always have some sort of shoe on because my plantar fasciitis was so bad. I had like orthopedic or whatever it is, the things they put in your sneakers. I had all that. Now, I also had to take Advil every single day for my plantar fasciitis and for my knees. Like that's how bad it was. But I've strengthened my body and it's so much better. How old am I now? I'm 42. I know, it's crazy. I'm actually putting out my birthday video pretty soon here. First, I'm going to put out a video about our trip to Cabo, and then next, we're going to put out my birthday video so you can see, yeah, I just turned 42. I know, crazy, right? I remember when my parents were 42. That's how crazy that feels. But I love it. I feel better than I've ever felt in my entire life, So, I mean, but yeah, that's how I was. I was like, it was really bad. Like there was nothing good about it. And that was the picture that I have on the description of this live. I was actually smaller. I had actually lost. That wasn't my largest. That was just one of the largest that I took a picture in, right? In that picture, I think I was 289 pounds because I remember I tried to lose weight before we went on that trip. So I was about 289 pounds. But by the time when I started my actual journey to lose the weight, I was closer to 350. So, I mean, it's just, that's where I was. So yeah, but I'm 42. All right. So definitely join the challenge. Let's work together. Let's get you healthy and let's get that all set. Let's get your mindset changing and everything changing before the holidays, because we want to make sure that we have the tools and the skills and the know-how necessary that we need before going into the holidays, so we're not filling up our plates and find that we gain 10 more pounds. Because the average weight gain over the holidays is 10 pounds. And then everybody says, oh, January 1st, I'm, my resolution, blah, blah, right? I'm going to lose 30 pounds this year. Nope. Let's get ready before that even starts. I started keto, but find myself eating and craving carbs. I gained weight. I wonder if keto is the right diet for me. I wonder if it was done correctly. Because that's the thing. A lot of times we'll start keto. And I talk about this in this live actually about what we're eating on keto. So definitely want to look at that too. So the challenge, you can go and get in the challenge. Go to the description of this video. And I got the link for signing up for the challenge. It's ketomommakeover.com/fit-challenge. So that's how you sign up. Let me see. Beautiful. God's grace and being highly favored to help people is a blessing upon you. Oh, thank you so much, Lil Smith. That's so sweet. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. I went way over, and my husband's waiting for me downstairs. We're gonna do a second workout because when he's home, we just try and do something fun together. I can't believe I just said working out was fun, but that's who I am now. All right. I thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next week, next Wednesday. Hopefully, I'll be starting closer to 1:30 next Wednesday. All right. Talk to y'all soon. Take care. Bye, and I'll see you in the challenge.